Hey everyone, welcome to another $1,000 strap search. I've got my $1,000 in singles here and I'm about to show you what I found. But before I do, let's talk about this week's tip. Now, a lot of you are fairly new to currency collecting, and a lot of you, of course, came from coin collecting. And there's a pretty big difference between coin collecting and currency collecting. One of the big differences is availability. The biggest hurdle in collecting coins is putting aside the money to buy the coin that you want. With all the different auction sites, with all the different ways that there are to actually buy coins, the toughest part, like I said, is getting the money to buy them, not necessarily finding the coin. Because as I've shown in other videos, there's a lot of coins. they are out there. Not so much for currency. If you see a note that you are interested in, you may never get another chance to buy that note again. One of the notes I always talk about, it's my number one on my top 10 list, is the 1905 $20 Technicolor gold certificate. I saw one once at a price that I could afford, and I said to myself, I'm gonna wait 1 week for me to get back home, because I saw it when I was on vacation. I said, I'll wait until I get back home and I will pick it up when I get home. And of course, it was long gone by the time I got home. And that was 2 or 3 years ago now. And I have never had the opportunity to buy that one again. So yeah, with currency, you want to scoop it up when you see it, because you may not see it again. And well, when you see this week's note, that'll come into play. Because, like I said, with coins, the big thing is affordability. With currency, it's much more important to have an envelope full of money so that when you find that note, you can buy it. I hope that makes sense to you guys, because, like I said, finding some of those key notes, you just don't have the opportunity. There aren't thousands of these notes available. In many cases, there could be less than 100. And if that's the case, you're talking only like 2 per state. Some of the notes, for instance, like the $10,000 gold certificate that was thrown out the window that you guys have seen me have in the past, only 450 of those exist. That means 10 people per state get to have it. That's it. 10 people per state. So yeah, they don't exist in large quantities. Currency notes don't exist in large quantities. So when you have the opportunity to pick one up at a decent price, that's the time to buy. All right, I got my $1,000 in singles. Let's slide these out of the way and take a look at what I found this week. Starting off, found a Where's George. I've seen that one before. I will log it. I will see where it's been. This note I saw and I just had to pull. This note is trash. This note, if it gets sent back, is going to be sent to the mutilate pile, because it is just horrendous. You can hardly make out anything on this note. Even on the back of this note, well, on the back it's just pretty much dirt. But yeah, it's trashed. The thing is, you'll notice that the green ink is still very bold. Now, because the green ink is so bold, people who spot this note are going to think that the rest of the note was just under inked, because they will rationalize, well, shouldn't the third printing be as washed out as the rest of it? You'd think that would be the case, but the third printing is always done extremely bold in comparison. So you tend to see a lot of notes like this where the entire note looks washed out and only the third printing remains bold. This is not an under inking error. That's the main point I'm trying to get to. It is simply a severely damaged note. It's been through a lot. And even though these are still bold, no, that is not an error as far as that's concerned. So that one will probably be going back. I don't think I'll be saving notes that are this rough. And the other thing is, let's see. Well, it's a 2013, right? Yeah, 2013. So it didn't take long for that note to get that messed up. All right, next up, I've got an alternator. 0 is the alternator. 01, 09, 06, 04. 0 alternates every other spot. It's in decent shape. Another alternator, 61, 21, 41, 91. So 1 is the alternator on that one. And another one, 57, 47, 57, 57. How's that for close? That would have been so cool. In fact, in this strap, the 57475747 note was 10 away. That would have been really cool to have, because then you would have had a repeater. Still a trinary, still an alternator, really good shape, still pretty cool. I will be keeping this one. Another close one, but it's just going to be a trinary. 8s, 9s, and 0s. Check that out. 9008, 9009. So the note before this would have been a repeater, 9008, 9008. And yeah, that's too bad. If the 8s and 9s, or if that 8 was a 9, then you would have had a super radar, 9009, 9009. A repeater and a radar. That would have been really neat too. Ifs and buts, what are you going to do? Just a trinary. I can't stress that enough. Not any additional value, just a trinary. Another trinary here. This is 4s, 7s, and 9s. 0 7s and 9s on this one. 0s, 3s, and 6s. And this one has quad 4s. Starting, the leading number is quad 4s. Let's see. Wait a second. Let me see what else is on this one here. Did that one just get put in out of order? Yep, out of order. Quad 4s. This one is quad 9s. There we go. That's what that is. Quad 9s. Another one. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of a kind. 5 4s right there. And it's a trinary. 3s, 4s, and 6s. Really good shape. 2017 star, checking to see if that's a filled star. Nope, not a solid star. Another 2017 star. 2013, looking to see if there's a B there. 2013 star. Another 2013 star. Another one. Rough shape on that one. This one's also a little rough. This one's a little better, 2013. Another one. So I found quite a few stars in this batch. Stars are kind of drying up, by the way. They aren't printing any more money. Everybody likes to say that the government prints money like it's going out of style. And no, no, they don't. People like to say that because they just like hating on the government, especially if they don't agree with whoever the president is at any given time. But no, we haven't printed money. The last series was 2017A that was printed. And I haven't been able to get brand new bills at a bank since at least last November. So anytime you hear somebody saying the government's printing money like it's going out of style, they're just watching the wrong channels, because it's not the case. Facts, people. All right, older notes. This is a 2003. It's not that old. I usually don't collect notes this new. 2001 is usually where I start, but this one is really crisp. It's in really good shape, and it's not one of the G notes from Chicago. It's a C note from Philadelphia. So I'm going to check this one against my book. I'll probably hold on to that one because it's in real good shape. 1999, also real good shape here. 99, not quite as nice. Actually, that's pretty limp. This 99's got real good color still. And the oldest note in the group, this one is from 1995. Double checking, making sure it's not a web note. All right, that's what I found this week. What did I bring out? I brought out a biggie. One of the notes from my top 10 wish lists. I had the chance to scoop one up, so I did, because I didn't know if I'd find one at this price again. I didn't have it. I wanted to make sure I got one, because, like I said, you may never get another chance to buy it at that particular price. What is it? I got me an 1891 $10 silver certificate. I got a Tombstone note. Finally can check the Tombstone note off of my list. This particular one is not in the greatest of shape. If I look, you can see right here in the center, right through his head, there's the folds that eventually had gone through the page like that, or through the paper. This one, if I was to grade it, I would say it's probably about an 8. This note has seen some stuff, but you know something? It's an 1891 Tombstone, and these can get real expensive real quick. Of course, it features Vice President Hendricks in the center, who died in office. He was vice president in 1885. died November of 1885, so he had less than 1 year in office. And they put him on the 1886 $10 silver certificate. This was the 1891 version. They call it the Tombstone because obviously the shape that's around him right there, that gets you the tombstone effect. And this is cool because it also says, when you read it, this certifies that there have been deposited in the Treasury of the United States 10 silver dollars. Not $10 in silver, 10 silver dollars. If you stack silver, and of course you should have sold it by now, if you stack silver, you know the difference between $10 in silver and 10 silver dollars. 10 silver dollars is basically 10 1-ounce coins, and $10 in silver is basically half an ounce of silver. So that's the difference between $10 in silver coins and $10 or 10 silver dollars versus $10 in silver. Let's see. This one is the small seal. Taking a look at the back. It's seen some stuff. There is a lot of white area here, but unfortunately that does show the stains and the dirt real well. Take a quick peek at the book, see what the book has to say about this one. All right. There is the Tombstone note. Now, this particular one, that is the 1886 version up there. Then they made one like mine, and they also made the same version with a blue seal. And of course, there's the back as well. We can see the, where is it? A bust of Thomas A. Hendricks, Vice President of the United States, from March 4th, 1885 to November 25th, 1885. He died in office. And of course, there's the back of the original, and then the update would be this particular back here. And my note is FR299, so we can look over here. 1899, Tillman and Morgan are the signatures, the small red seal. In VG8, this book lists it at about 400. When you get to 12, you're talking about 625. I paid a little more than 400. I paid $550 for it. Once again, I paid the extra $100 because I was able to find it. Period. End of story. A lot of times these are already going to be well over $1,000 when you see them. So for me to find one at $550, yes, I understand a VG8 books at 400, but what it books at and what you can find it for, especially nowadays, are two different things. So I was eager to cross this one off the list. Maybe someday in the future I will get a graded one and upgrade this and sell this particular note here. But for now, I am happy to own one. I can cross it off the list and give myself a minor sigh of relief that I didn't accidentally pass one of these by. If you learned anything new this week, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like what you see and you want to see more, please subscribe. I love reading all your comments. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you again next week.